Welcome. The video that you are about to witness is 100% real. It was shot undercover at a secret, undisclosed location called my shop. We're going to climb up on the roof and do a cast lighting inspection. Could Keystone be any different than the others in their quality and their manufacturing? We shall see. Grab a beverage of your choice, some popcorn. Your little ones may gather round, as this is a G-rated film. Fun for the whole family. Let's go! Oh, hey, kids. What am I doing? Looks like I'm up on a ladder. Looks like I've got the old spotlight in my hand. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to climb up on top of the roof of this brand new Keystone Cougar 316 RLS, and we're going to see just how good of a job they did at the factory, or how good of a job they may not have done. I have not been up here yet in low light. When we purchased this at the dealership, I climbed up on the ladder that comes with the unit, but that's in broad daylight out in the parking lot, and you can't see squat. So what we're going to do with this spotlight, and if you've seen any of my other videos, you've seen me do it on two other campers. We're going to do what's called the cast lighting. That's when you take a spotlight and you hold it down really low and you shine light across the roof membrane to find imperfections. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let's see what we find. Fingers crossed. All right. So, let me turn this on low. All right, we're at the back of the camper right now. Let me get my camera in hand here so we can all see this together, what's going on. So, let's see what we got. Starting at the very back of the camper. Obviously, you see your seams in the plywood of the roof deck. Well, I see a lot of bubbles right here where they did not stretch it very well. I see a pretty good divot up ahead of us there, right in that area. I see a pucker right there by that black plastic, whatever it is. And I see some interesting chisel on the die core around that skylight. All right, so bear with me, kids. I'm going to climb up on top here. Let's take a peek. Together, we shall find something or not. So, I guess I want to kind of take a peek at this area here. All right. That could have been stretched tighter. This is quite interesting. Rookie with a die-core gun, apparently. See a couple bubbles here. The thing about bubbles on your roof, guys, is they catch air. So air will flop up and down on top of those, and eventually those could become a potential problem. Something almost going to poke through there. All right, let's see what else do we got going on here, guys. I see a couple things underneath the plywood here. That's OSB, oriented strand board. Well, that definitely could have been done better. Wow, they did not stretch that tight over those. They either overglued it or underglued it. Seams are a little bit to be desired. Let me get up close here. I'm going to run my finger down the TPO membrane here. If I do that, you can see their plywood seam. They're supposed to sand these. These do not appear to have been sanded very well, if at all. All right, we're going to make our way over these solar panels now. So hang with me. Again, I'm walking, filming, and holding a spotlight at the same time. Okay, we'll get past the air conditioner here. So from what I'm seeing, it's pretty much the plywood seams where they didn't get it super tight. You can see these big bubbles here. Well, I shouldn't say big. Everything appears a little bigger on camera sometimes. But they definitely could have gotten their plywood seams better. There's no question about that. Moving on here towards the front. Here's our next plywood seam. So kind of the same thing. They could have definitely got that a little tighter around the plywood seams. Let's see what we got up by the next one here. By the AC unit. Get my light down lower. Kind of the same thing going on there, where they could have got the seams a little better. And we'll get up to the very last one of the seams at the front. We're getting close to the nose cap here, guys. So everything I'm seeing appears to be just the plywood seams where they could have done a better job. As you can see right there. At least I'm not seeing any like major screw pops, and a couple up here I'm going to check out. Put my light down. Let me see what we got here. Can't really tell if that's, it doesn't feel hard like a staple. It feels hard like an imperfection in the wood. Let's see what this one's all about here. Yeah, same thing there. Something in the wood underneath. All right, let's see how well they sealed all this up here. You can see where the painted over by the die-core here. Coming around by the wine guard, same thing. Looks like they could have got that stretch tighter. And coming back towards the back of the camper. There's that plywood seam. Let me get the light down low. There you go. All right. Checking out all the die-core sealant around all the pipes and vents. Looks like they got them all. Coming to this plywood seam. That definitely could have been done better. Let's see what we got going on over here. A little dimple. Oh, that's part of the OSB underneath. Okay, well, I think I've seen enough. So, my initial thoughts are, I've seen better, I've seen worse. The edges of the camper around the edges of the roof line that go up and down the length of the camper, they've got that pulled tight, sealed up nice. They were definitely generous on the die-core sealant. They got plenty of that down. So from what I'm seeing, it's mostly the seams. And I've seen this before on a lot of campers where they just don't take the time to roll it out and make sure the glue is just right around the seams of the plywood and the roof deck. And then a matter of just taking their time, you know, like in my line of work, guys, as you know, I'm a contractor. And we constantly, self-included, constantly have to tell ourselves, slow down, just slow down. Just like RV manufacturers, I get paid on production. You know, we finish a job, we get paid. So it's in our interest to get it done in a timely fashion, but not sacrifice quality. So, I guess, long story short, I'll keep a close eye on this roof. After we get about 1,000 to 1,500 miles on it, I'll probably come back up here. I got a trip coming up in September that'll be some highway miles, so that can definitely be a tail of the tape as far as if those bubbles will increase in size. I'm going to make some marks and measure them and keep an eye on them. If they do start to get larger in size, I'll be contacting Keystone and finding out what we're going to do about it. So there you have it. Other than that, I don't know if you follow Jacob on Rigger RV. He does undercover tech stuff. He made a review of the Cougar Midnight Edition, and he gave it an A-, which is very unusual for Jacob. He's pretty hard on campers and doesn't often give out a lot of high scores. He gave this one very high marks, which is nice to see. So, not trying to crack on Keystone or Cougar. I just wanted to get up here and do light casting and see for myself exactly what's going on. So, thank you guys for being here. Stick around. We'll be making more. See ya.